And if he can, we can just attack that this turn. No, we can't. Okay, we'll kill that next turn. And we'll send Nolosi back to Grond. Yeah, we'll do that. We have enough income to recruit her a couple more units, so we'll probably do that as well. Today we're going to continue with Malekith crushing Spite Reach, which shouldn't take too long at all. Then we'll have Nolosi move back to Grond, I believe. I think she was going to be sent back there to deal with public order more than anything. Public order is going to be a big issue in this campaign. In terms of slaves, we don't have any slaves in the Chill Road or the Road of Skulls yet. Actually, we do have a few, but they're not affecting the public order just yet. I think when you get to 100, it starts to affect the public order, and then every 100 is another -1. Yeah, it's interesting, that whole like slave management though. Very cool. Alright. So, I believe most of the stuff was actually done for this turn. The only choices we really had were like bringing up a Black Ark here, which could be a nice idea. I don't think we need it just yet. The only other thing that I'm thinking is maybe the Black Ark gives us income, but I'm not too sure, honestly. If anyone knows, let me know in the chat. But exploit feuds. +1 public order for all provinces will be complete. And then we will go probably towards the extra leadership here for Dread Spears, Bleak Swords, Dark Shards, Black Ark Corsairs, and Dark Riders. That's a lot of units. Then we can upgrade to upgrade 1, which gives Black Ark growth +3. Actually, it seems like if there's a growth mechanic on the Black Ark, maybe it would be better off getting one early. Let's just perform the rite. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? We'll see what happens. Right. So I'm guessing that allows us to recruit one. It has an upkeep cost of 362 per turn. Hybrid weapon infantry. What's this whole thing? Dreadlord, sword and crossbow. Cost is 825. Should we just recruit one? I'm just going to recruit one. Why not? Then maybe we can use it to like help attack some of the provinces of Harganeth, because it gives us like an artillery radius, a lot like Shogun, which is pretty cool. I believe we can set the stance to like Dread Expansion, for example, and that will give us casualty replenishment rate. Any armies within the Black Ark sphere of influence may recruit units directly from it. In terms of the building panel, what can we build here? We can upgrade this all the way to a Warrior Hall, which unlocks Dark Shards with shields and Reaper Bolt Throwers. We can also get Harpy Cages, which leads to War Hydras and Black Dragons, which is cool. And Witch Elves there as well. And what do these do? Torture Posts and Slavehold. Income from post-battle loot +20% for forces within the sphere of influence. Casualties captured post-battle +3%. And income from sacking settlements +20%. That's pretty crazy. I mean, honestly, what we might be able to do is use the Black Ark and just go take every province that's like near the sea, because then we can just have our armies constantly under the influence, which is really nice. And these are extra army abilities. I'm assuming that that's just upgrades for the ones we already have. Yeah. Okay, cool. So that can start moving towards Harganeth. And we will put it into full speed at some point. For now though, what we're going to do is probably just move on to the next turn, since not much else to do. Let's carry on. And off we go. Nothing much going on in the end turn. It looks like they did recruit some more troops, Harganeth that is. A little bit worried about Mung ending up attacking us, but we're going to have to deal with them eventually anyway. I'm just kind of waiting for the point where we finished off Harganeth and then we can go and crush Mung. Going to ask, do I have a juicy Steel Division video today? I do every day, my friend, and they come out at 9:30. So when this stream is live, it's currently 35 minutes from now. For those in the VOD, don't worry. But that's a +1 to our public order, which is good. Next thing we want to do, we want to kind of sort out our upkeep, really. Income from ports is the only one I can see that's a genuine buff to our income. The other way we could do it is go towards Tempered in Blood, Purge the Weak. Yeah, I think we might do that. We're going to have to take the second upgrade, but we're going to get more money from attacking Spite Reach anyway, I think. So we should be okay. Yeah, we're good. I was just going to auto-resolve this. I think it's probably the best idea. I don't think there's any walls. Maybe we'll take this to the battle map then, just because it's going to be the first battle. Cool. Let's quick save it and do just that. They don't have any artillery, so it shouldn't be too hard. It's just going to be a massacre of Dark Elves. Also, we get to see some of the cool units here. I believe these are Shades, yes. They have armor-piercing missiles. They have Vanguard deployment, and they have Stalk, which means they are invisible, basically. Not sure quite what's going on with the lighting on my camera today. I look a bit weird, a bit pasty. Maybe I'm just ill. Who knows? Okay. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Cool. Let's get going. We have 21 Winds Magic, that's more than enough. We will start the deployment. We have so many archers, it is beautiful. Oh, they're crossbowmen, not archers. Look how white this is. Not quite sure what's going on there, looks like a bit of the lighting's gone funny. But we will spread out these spears anyway to cover our troops. I might spread them a little bit further than that, actually. It's a very bright map. Very bright. I might have my Dark Shards, like, up on this hill. Put them in beside that tree. And I'm going to have, like, a unit of spearmen with them. Cool. And we'll spread out the rest of the line. And I might also have these guys up here as well. Malekith. Let's start the battle. One thing I really missed about Malekith is his absolutely goddamn awesome magic spells. Like, this Chillwind is just pretty damn cool. I'm gonna go for the multi-shot round straight into the Black Ark Corsairs. As soon as I can, I'll do one of my winds as well here as well. Should do some damage.
The enemy used
lovely. And what is this here? Soul Stealer. Right, let's just put the Vortex down. Nice. It's gonna rip through those dark shards. That's pretty cool. We've got some dark riders coming into our flanks, so let's turn to face those. These guys need to have their skirmish mode turned off.
Cold-blooded killers.
Right, so yeah, just pretty much a massacre here. Continue firing into their dark shards with shields. They also have those shades we're gonna have to deal with. Well, not for very long, I don't think, since we can probably just put a chill wind through them. Very hard to actually see where that's going. Forbidden Rod we can use. And what is this? Dark Conduit. And that's because we have one of the rights currently active, isn't it? That's the one where it blows up around us and does absolutely tons of damage. I think we have limited uses of it, so I'm not going to waste any on this battle. Let's just get these guys to attack there. I'm going to actually put all of these guys on guard mode so they don't run off as well. Cool. Shin in the chat. You're like me. A pasty white boy. Yep, that's probably too true. Doesn't help that the white light from the screen is really bad. That's just my excuse though. And that's victory. Job done. Pretty easy actually. Besides the victory. And that's those armies dead. 38 losses. I think that's probably less than the auto-resolve actually, so that's nice as well. Shin's now saying I look pink. Great. Don't know what's worse. A little bit of experience there. Unit rank 5 for one of our dark shards, which is cool. And for this one, we are just going to continue with the occupation. Good attacker. Trait gained as well. That's nice. Enemy killed in battle. Despite reach giving us access to wine resource production. Do we have any trade? Let me just check. Diplomacy. Caron car. We could definitely trade with them.
Definitely not.
Come on. You like us.
Noble born. The Black Court.
I remember this from before. Nobody wants to trade with us. Mainly because of the difficulty. So having like these aren't great. I mean, a gold mining pit's fantastic because of income generated 600. But having the vineyard is probably not the best idea. We could instead, at Spite Reach, build artisans' houses, crafting districts, and guild halls, because I don't think we're going to be relying on trade that much. Yeah, I think that's probably better. So we can get rid of that. We'll demolish that. And Plateau of Dark Steeds gives us access to Dark Riders. Do we need to recruit any? I don't think we do. Nolosi just needs to get her ass back to Grand. Yeah, we'll send her back to Grand. We're going to have the Black Ark come on round. Very cool. Oh, we found a treasure. Somehow. Mist clings to the ground and stubbornly refuses to shift, even as your followers stride forth. They approach a place of ancient power. It is forbidding, but those who dare to tread here may be rewarded, or so the prophecy scrawled into the map states. I guess we want your army will perform better in the campaign. Favorable wind gives us extra campaign map movement range.
Black-hearted dread.
It's weird because these guys are like it's like an army, but it's also a city. Very odd. It's like a horde, except from it seems as though you could just destroy it. I'm not quite sure how that works in battle. Oh well. Malekith leveled up. Do we want him to be a war leader or a tyrant? I think war leader is better. Minus 10% upkeep for all units. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. War leader is most definitely better. Because we're going to be using him to attack, like, at every opportunity. Getting reach equals grasp as well for the extra magic item drop chance and the income from post-battle loot is really nice. And the Triumph of Evil, which gives us a minus 50% casualties suffer from all attrition and extra casualty replenishment rate, is fantastic. Extra Lord recruitment rate plus 2 faction-wide as well. The other thing we need to get is Doombolt, because that is a pretty awesome spell as far as I'm aware. There's so many things we need to get with Malekith. He's very, very cool. As for this, settlement upgrade available, we do have quite a lot of cash, and getting that extra upkeep reduction has helped us quite a bit. So, yeah, where are we going to upgrade? I mean, the Obsidian Amulet Carver here gives us not only the carved obsidian, but also direct income, which is quite nice, actually. It's only a little bit less than the Artisan's House and so on. So that would probably be worth doing at Ashrag. As for the Great Arena, currently have Dark Elf Manors here. I think we'll upgrade Ashrag so we can get that trade good just in case we do get a trade agreement, but the only reason I'm getting that one in particular is because it has the income generated from the building as well. We can upgrade actually the House of Exiles here, which gives us shades with great swords and dual weapons, which is pretty cool. I think the ones with dual weapons, they have better melee defense. The ones with great weapons have better weapon strength. Okay, so those shades with great swords are probably pretty damn good. We can start to recruit some seriously good stuff from Nagaron. But yeah, we're not going to worry about that for now. We'll end the turn. Embisco says, don't forget about the Black Roads building. I think I looked into that before and it didn't seem worth it. Unless I've already built it in Nagaron. I'm not sure. We'll have a look. Have a look on the next turn. I don't think there's anything going to be threatening us soon. Other than maybe Mung. I mean, Mung's getting pretty close to our borders here. They did just colonize that another settlement there as well. It looks like they're dealing with some rebels over there. The Mung encampment has been taken over. Sacrifice to Mathland performed by Hag Grafe. Our technology was research, which gives us Blackheart growth. And Tempered in Blood now being researched. So that will help our income a bit more.
Feared warrior.
Okay. I'm very tempted to let the
Cease your provocations.
rebellion pop here, so that we can destroy it. Definitely going to upgrade the gold mine, of course. And we do want to build the Temple of Hecate. That is most certainly the case, because we want to get the extra scrolls of Hecate.
Cruel dreadlord.
So those are going to be the first two things we do. Let's get on the move full speed with Admiral Galroth. How cool that is. What even is it? trying to work out
Fear my
what it is. It's like a boat mixed with ice, I guess. Pretty cool. I'm going to have a look at the Black Roads as well. So this gives us extra campaign map movement range for own armies starting their turn in this region, which isn't that good. I mean, 15% isn't that much, and we'll just use fast or march everywhere anyway. Extra growth maybe, income from slaves maybe, but income from trade faction-wide, we don't have any trade, and I'm not going to be able to get any trade because of the bloody difficulty. So I don't think they're worth a slot. Definitely not worth a slot over, for example, a artisan's house. Like, we're going to make a lot more cash from these artisan houses than we are ever Black Roads. The slaves don't actually generate that much income. At least not yet. I mean, they might do later on, but at the moment, definitely not. Let's move on to Kawak. I guess that is. Kawak. Sounds like I'm trying to be a duck. Okay, we're just going to auto-resolve this one. Another settlement, thank you very much. Occupy that bad boy. And we stole a High Elf slave. Weapon strength plus 10% when fighting against High Elves and income from all buildings in the local region. I think we've already got one of them on both of our armies, apparently. Let's rebuild in Spite Reach the artisan's house. The other thing we need to do is build the growth building, the Dark Elf Manors at Spite Reach as well. We could do that. The next up, we're going to go to the Black Pillar, take that out. That will be, I think, the end of Harganeth. Then maybe we should attack the Deadwood Sentinels over here. They own 3 out of 4 of the settlements. The last one is controlled by Aghol. Okay, I don't think we bumped into Aghol yet.
Noble of Naga, welcome to the Black Court. Choose your words carefully. Unthinkable.
Come on. I mean, we could just give them like a gift, I guess, to increase our income, but it's not worth it. Just not worth it. We're gonna have the Nosy move up next to Grond, and she can just chill. Other than that, we're done. Let's move on to the next turn. Not too much to do. Tempest Ghost asks, are the slave pens any good? Depends on the province, I think. In Nagarond, I definitely have one because you can exploit slaves quite hard in your initial province. Mainly due to the fact that you can get like crazy upgrades, and also I think Malekith's unique building there. I think it's got a settlement unique building for the Dark Elves. I'll have a look at it again in a sec. Okay, so trait gained. Severe. The public order in the local province. So yeah, at Nagarond, you can get the Black Tower of Malekith, which increases your public order like an absolute ton, and tax rate faction-wide. And if you're going to be exploiting the slave pens here, you can basically have tons of slaves with the extra income generated and not suffer the public order penalty, which is probably the worst part about slaves, as far as I'm aware so far, anyway. In this slot, what do we want to build? I think we were going to build the watchtowers here. We already have the advanced military tab done. We already have those two. We could get the hunting camp to give us some furs. Or we could get the artisan's house. All these decisions. Making the right ones, though, make this province very, very strong. So, yeah, I'm kind of thinking the watchtowers for now would be a good idea, just in case we get attacked at Kael'ra when I go to war with Mung, which I'm probably going to do just to get rid of them and stop any sort of threat from the north before I head south. We don't want to be fighting on two fronts, really, if we can help it. Okay, so since we've got War Leader, we can now get Reach equals Grasp, which will definitely help us out with the extra income from post-battle loot. Then we will get probably Doombolt next, and then Triumph of Evil. We are currently 4 ranks away from getting Seraphon, which is his awesome dragon. So that would be very cool. But in the meantime, off we go to the Black Pillar down here. Gonna chill outside their walls. They can recruit as many men as they like, but we will just crush them. Build the Dark Hold here. Maybe we should upgrade Dark Hold at Kawak first, because then we can get the artisan's house there as well. Building the manor again to just increase the growth. We're nearly in range with Admiral Galroth, so we'll get him to help us out soon. Will be nice. And we can actually recruit Black Ark Corsairs now, since we do have the Black Ark. And they're not actually too expensive, but you can see how cheap all these Dreadspears and Dark Shards are, really. How many turns until this rebels? 2 more. Like I said before, we're going to let that pop, and we should be okay. She can probably just chill there for now. Put her into channeling. And that'll do. Cool, let's go. Crafty asked, have I played Cry of Fear? If you guys don't know, me and Crafty back in the day, we did a Cry of Fear playthrough together. There is some highlights on my channel somewhere of that, which was very amusing, and you can see a young Vulcan in his prime getting absolutely scared the shit out of. Yes. Fun times. Fun times.
An upstart dreadlord approaches, Your Dark Majesty, claiming to know where a lost artifact of great power may be found. Is he?
Okay, so we need to amass a treasury of 2,835.
Weakness cannot
The
be
Witch King
tolerated.
has been without his spell shield for a few centuries, after losing it in the southern lands whilst fighting the reptiles over tablets of lost lore. While its loss bothers Malekith, it doesn't trouble him greatly, for he is the owner of countless arcane artifacts. However, now it has been found, well, according to the Dreadlord, Strenuous Kingslayer, it has. Okay, that's his name apparently. He brazenly enters the Black Council's chamber and approaches the obsidian table where the Witch King sits with his most loyal advisors, proclaiming that he knows the Supreme Spellshield's whereabouts and will share it for a price. In the chamber sit 100 lords, none of whom can remember such an audacious attempt to provoke the Witch King. Many see Strenuous's life lasting only seconds more. We get plus 20 scrolls of Hecate and 1,500 treasury if we get 2,800 treasury. Probably take a while. Imminent Rebellion is what we're looking for.
Tyrant.
And we should get the support of the Black Ark in this next battle. So I'm Very tempted to just fight this on the battle map to try it out. Yeah, we get the extra abilities. Okay, so similar to before, I am going to jump into this battle and quite simply to test the abilities of the Black Ark. So let's quick save it and do just that.